No, I don't have a category 5 button.
Okay.
I tried to make one, but I couldn't figure it out.
Oh, that's good.
How the entire...
Do you have, like, the shit loaded on here?
No, I couldn't make one that would fit.
Yeah.
Because it has to be a certain size, and everything that I was making on the AI site that I use is too big, and I don't know how to compress shit.
I just got a network error on my end.
Oh, yeah.
413 drop frames total. 1 second here, brother. I'm gonna watch this for a second. You do your thing. It only dropped.
What the fuck, man?
It dropped for like a half a second on my side. I see that. Literally less than a half a second.
I believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry, so prestigious. It still says we're high bitrate right now.
I'm looking at it. I'm making sure.
What the fuck is going on?
Looks like we're good. Yeah, looks like we're good. All right. Sorry,
Pissed.
chat.
Pissed.
I panicked myself a little bit. I looked over and seen some drop frames. We usually don't do that. So,
Speaking of drops,
what's up?
do you know that an OnlyFans star
Okay.
died?
Yeah, from like falling out of building while making content or something.
Yeah. Fell from a hotel balcony
My
while
man
filming a threesome.
Banged her out, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Literally killed the pussy.
Like 9 times.
What?
Well, she fell 9 stories or some shit.
9 stories?
Yeah.
I think it's only one.
No.
One
One
story?
story?
Yeah.
Killed her?
No.
Better.
Not height. Just
Oh.
It's only one story. She doesn't deserve 9 of them.
Say his name and he appears.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
It's good, Neely.
Big Neil.
Big Neil.
Big Neil, how you feel?
Big Neil.
Big Neil make him squeal?
Big
Hey.
Neil. Did we ever like test how this looks like on camera with it on? Or did we just like decide we're never turning it on?
No, we did, and it fucked with the camera. Any lights that go towards the camera fuck with it.
I thought that. For some reason, I remember that now.
Because we had it up on the wall.
Well, yeah, we had it like back here, and then I know we realized that was a bad idea.
Yeah. We didn't believe in Joe Hendry back then.
But we have since changed our ways.
We have changed our ways. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about WrestleMania.
Yep.
John Cena, now no longer tied with Ric Flair. He has the most WWE championships of all time, 17.
I didn't see him do a single one.
This time he did it as a heel.
It's so crazy that they made him a heel, bro. I wonder how long Triple H had that in his back pocket. Like, you know, the past, like, 18, 19 years, they really loved you. I can't wait till the day I can make them hate you.
It's so funny because, like, Triple H said he got the idea. I was listening to a podcast he was on, and he said he got the idea for the heel turn when he was watching Peacemaker.
Never seen.
It's the John Cena superhero show.
Okay.
And there's a scene in there where John Cena has to be an asshole, and
Yeah.
he does it so well. Triple H goes, he'd be so good as a heel.
Oh, dude. See, Neil brought this up. Oblivion remake came out today. I'm actually glad you kind of brought this up, Neil.
What's Oblivion?
Oblivion is Elder Scrolls. It's like another fucking region.
Well, I like it.
You might. It's not multiplayer. It's more fucking single player single player RPG type shit. I almost said MMO like an idiot. But anyways, so in my opinion, man, Oblivion wasn't the choice. I'm actually kind of upset with Bethesda going back and just kind of like rehashing shit. Like, instead of giving us a new world to explore, or we could go back to Morrowind. I'd be totally cool with a Morrowind remake. Like, instead of just going one game back, skip back a couple and, like, you know, give us something a little more fresh on it. I love Morrowind, personally.
Keep talking. Talk about your games.
I don't know, I'm waiting for Neil to kind of respond here or something. Or chill, dude. Like, see what Neil's opinion is on it. Personally, I have no problem with Oblivion. I just think there was a better choice.
What makes it not the best choice? What's wrong with the game that you think?
Or
was the game so already advanced that, like, doing a remake, like, it's not advanced enough to...
So
like,
Skyrim was
things
like,
haven't advanced enough to make it better, is what I'm asking.
here's the two ways that they could have went with it. Okay, like I said, they could have either went far enough back to back to the original Xbox days and remade Morrowind. All right, or they could have released like I don't know. I know they have other continents that they have to fucking bring out and shit, but it's free on Game Pass. Then I mean I'm not gonna complain, but fucking either way, I just think like they could have easily either made like a brand new game, and that's what Bethesda needs to do in general is make a brand new game because I'm tired of playing the old games just remastered. But they could have went back and did Morrowind. It might have been, you know, I mean, bringing up the engine from fucking the original Xbox to now, I'm sure it would have been fucking a lot more work. But I'm sure also they would have had people probably a little bit more hype about it, dude. There's a lot of people that weren't happy about the Oblivion one, I know that much. Me, I'm indifferent. I'm going to play it either way. Like, Oblivion was a good game, like, great gameplay. One of my favorite fucking quest lines in it was the arena where you just literally went in and fought multiple fucking people throughout it just for fun.
Okay, here's a question. You get to be an executive producer on a team that's remaking a game. What game do you want to be a part of remaking?
I've already stated this multiple times. Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal. Didn't they already remake that?
They made a movie or a TV show. They haven't made a game.
Okay.
So
what would you do? What would you do to update it to make it awesome?
Online multiplayer. Hands down, that'd be the best thing. Obviously, we're going to make a campaign with it. Single player campaign. You can play your friends and all that shit.
What about a multiplayer campaign where you have to get the community in on it to do like an overall heist?
I don't like multiplayer campaigns. Here's why, because of Titanfall. Titanfall 1 was...
I'm talking about like a community campaign. Like, you remember when Fortnite did it where like every game the monster was on the map and we as a unit all shot the monster and it did damage across all the games?
I get you. That works for like something like Fortnite.
Okay, so Twisted Metal, you couldn't do like on this day, we need there's from this part of the map to this part of the map. You go here, collect something, take it to that part. If enough people do it enough times, then everybody unlocks a thing.
Oh, you're basing it off of a fucking TV series. You think the whole idea is to just run items across? No.
I've never played the game.
So Twisted Metal is actually like a tournament type shit.
Okay, explain it to me. Explain it to me.
Basically, the story of it, of the original games, was that there was a tournament held, and whoever won that tournament, driving-wise, could get any wish that they wanted granted.
Okay.
All right? It's basically the whole idea of it. They had fucking rockets and machine guns strapped to their fucking cars, you know what I mean, and just went at it. All right?
Okay.
Now, there's some supernatural shit that plays into this, you know, and this and that. But overall, that's the whole idea. So it really wouldn't work to have like a community goal with that if it's like supposed to feel like individual tournament. You know what I mean?
Okay, but
it would be more like Call of Duty, but with like cars and shit.
Okay, I feel you. Okay, now what if we did something like, you did a time thing, right? Like, you held a tournament, and it was based on time, and then top 100 players got to go into a tournament. Like you started holding like tournaments over the internet, like other video games are doing now. So I'm trying to think of ways because if you're gonna be a part of a team that's remaking a game, I don't want it to just be a remake of or like a new version or a remake or whatever.
Well,
I want it to become popular.
Twisted Metal never had online multiplayer, and I feel like that would be the best thing for it. Yes, it did. Season 1 of the
season 2 comes out in a month.
I know. I'm excited. And I hope they keep Samoa Joe as fucking Killer Clown. I can't remember his name right now.
I'm pretty sure from what I read, it said that the whole cast is back.
Good. Because, dude, he played that role fucking nice.
One of the hang-ups was Anthony Mackie because he was playing Captain America. That's why it took so long. You know that, right?
Neil put it exactly how it is. So fucking, they're all trying to kill each other to earn a wish from the devil, essentially, in the games.
So the reason why it took so long for the second season of Twisted Metal is because Anthony Mackie, the main guy, is Captain America now.
Oh,
so okay. He had to film the new Captain America movie
and then
first.
Come back. Yeah. He had prior obligations.
Yeah. And Marvel is way bigger than whatever Peacock's making Twisted Metal for.
Yeah, but dude, that's NBC.
Yeah, but like compared to Marvel and Disney.
Yeah, but dude, either way, I just think adding the online multiplayer would change that game completely because we never had that growing up with Twisted Metal.
Neil, what game would you... Same question, Neil. Everybody in chat. If you could be an executive producer on a remake or a new version of an old game, what game would you do and what would you do to change it?
Just give me all 3 Budokai games, and I'd be so fucking hyped.
Here's what I would do. I would just remake Fortnite and separate Xbox players.
Remake.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I would probably remake. I would make my own Resident Evil game. I have an idea for some Resident Evil stuff.
Resident Evil would be fire. Which one would you... No, actually, scratch your idea. Parasite Eve. Parasite Eve is like a more dark Resident Evil type game from PS1.
Well, I just like I want to make my own game in that universe. You know what I'm saying?
Here's where I fucked up. Let me
so
tell
the
you
Umbrella
right
Corporation and all that. Can I finish my real quick?
Yeah, hit it.
Okay, so like with the Umbrella Corporation and all that stuff, right? I'd like to make my own game based on that universe. I wouldn't take any of the stuff from the other games. I have my entire own vision for it. It's just the storyline that leads to what makes the zombies and how the zombies work, right? Is what I would base my game off of. Okay. So I would base it similar to most like Resident Evil 5, where it's a co-op game, okay? And you can either play it with an AI, and the AI will do what it's supposed to do, or you can play it with your friend, and you guys work together, right?
Okay.
And I would do it where because no other game does this. Like, no other zombie game does this. Where you can capture the zombies and train them to do stuff for you. So, like say there's a zombie that, because, like, in the Resident Evil world, there's different types of zombies. Okay, so I would make it to where in this game, they've evolved again, and now you use them for specialties, right? So you'll have kamikaze zombies, right?
Yeah.
So you'll train the ones that explode on their own to run at the enemies, dressed like the enemies, and blow up. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. So in my game, it wouldn't be humans versus zombies. It's humans versus humans using zombies. You feel what I'm saying?
I get you. So, the one I listed, Legend of Dragoon, at the time that it was released, it was basically, in my opinion, a better Final Fantasy. I'd just bring that up to fucking modern standards, dude. Overhaul the entire system, new graphics, but keep the same core gameplay, basically.
See, I also would like to make my own Pokemon game, but like, it's like the obvious answer for me.
You know what I mean, it's the obvious answer for all of us from our generation. I feel like we've always felt jit because like we thought like after Gen 2 we were like, well, that's going to be the standard. We're always going to get to go back to the old region. But then Gen 3 drops and it's like we're lost.
But Gen 3 was good enough. See, that's
dude. I'm not going to argue with you. Gen 3 was good. I'm not going to argue with that.
I'm calling Gen 3 the linchpin of Pokemon's failure. Can I say why?
It saved the series.
No. I think it ended up damaging the series because we liked it so much that they felt okay with not going back to the thing we liked more. Right? So we were disappointed that we couldn't go back to the other maps, but we didn't raise enough stink about it, and social media wasn't a thing for us to truly voice our opinions. There wasn't like enough of a stink. So they never felt the need to go back to what we liked more. And we've hated that ever since. But the good news is...
Even though, like,
okay,
in the second gen,
mm-hmm,
you had, like, you could go back to the old one, but it wasn't the full old one. You know what I mean?
Right.
There were things that were slightly different. The thing has aged, and you could really progress any way that you wanted there.
Right.
But, my bad.
So, like...
They could have kept that with other gens, though. 100%.
That's what I'm saying is, but, like, because Gen 3 was so successful, and it was a good game, and they got us with... Are you ready for this? This is what they got us with, and once I say this, it's going to click. We didn't make a big enough stink about it, so they kept going with that thing, because they didn't want to keep making because it's a small indie company, right?
Yeah.
That's what they keep claiming. They're a small indie company, and they don't want to make 5 maps for every game they make anymore. So what they do is, they let you beat the Elite Four, and then they let you catch a couple legendaries, and it started with Rayquaza, and Deoxys, and the Regis. And it started with the Regis and all that stuff. And then we didn't make it a big enough stink, so they were like, okay, we'll do that from now on. So now after every time you beat the Elite Four, there's like a legendary you can go fight or some other little mission you can go do. So it's not just the Elite Four, But, like, it was way cooler when there was another region to go to. Then you beat those gym leaders, and then it unlocked a third region. We're forgetting about Mount Silver. Mount Silver was the sickest part, dude. Like, It sucked that you couldn't get one of the coolest Pokemon in the game, Sneasel, until you got there. So the game was already over. But it was super fucking sick. And then you got to fight Ash. Like, that was the coolest fucking part.
Red and Ash are two different people.
But he had the Pikachu. To me...
Like, Red and Ash are two different people.
Red, to me, is Ash. Red is the game version of Ash.
Canonically, no.
I understand. I'm saying to me. I've said it 4 times. To me.
I get what you're saying.
Red is Ash.
Canonically, no.
I understand that. But if you have a level 100 Pikachu, you're Ash to me.
He did not have a level 100. It was like level 80, I think, was his Pikachu. I got it. Now you actually got me fucked up.
I just want Josh to do a randomized Nuzlocke, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist.
And Heart
I saw it, Jared. I'm going to get to it. It's logged. I just don't want to change off a Pokemon yet.
In Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Red's Pikachu is level 88. In the original games, Red's Pikachu is level 81. What about in Crystal? Oh, no, in Crystal he was 81 as well. Huh.
Okay. Chat, if that's what you guys want, I will do it.
If you can steal a light ball off Red's Pikachu. 81, Neil. Just looked it up, brother.
Okay. I'm going to address 3 things real quick. Right off the bat.
No.
I will do a... which one did you guys? Fire Red or Leaf Green randomized Nuzlocke. I will do that. If somebody shows me how to set it up on my laptop.
I got you.
And I will do that today or tomorrow. Swear to God. Because I was already planning on maybe going live again at 10 o'clock tonight. I just want an hour to go get food and stuff in between the show. Well, not go get food, but get food and just reset everything. But can you please take it off the Red X? It freaks me out. Thank you. And I will do that. And I will do the Nuzlocke. So I will do it tonight or tomorrow. For sure. Because I have to stay up late. For my new job.
Please take it off the Red X.
Please. Yeah. No, it bugs the shit out of me because I feel like we're going to exit out of OBS.
Have you ever accidentally clicked it? There's protection for it.
No, I haven't, but I don't want to try it.
I've accidentally clicked it. That's
well, at the end of the stream, we'll try it.
Dude, no, listen. I've already done it. Listen, dude. I did it one time and you didn't notice.
Yeah, well, it still bugs me. Can we just leave it at that? All right, cool. Now,
just one time, dude. Literally, I was like, click.
You also couldn't get Larvitar before Mount Silver. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was whack as fuck, too.
Nah, bro, listen.
Hold on. And another thing I needed to address. What was it?
Pokemon Crystal being so easy to catch Suicune actually kind of made me mad.
Oh, yeah.
No, because I had Crystal.
Fun fact, you can steal the light ball off of Red's Pikachu. Okay, that's... Yeah. No. That is cool, but... Do you remember? So, I was looking at some Pokemon stuff on Reddit last night, because I was a little bit high and I couldn't sleep, and I was playing my Alpha Sapphire like a nerd.
Yes.
And I was looking up stuff. And I randomly came across a Reddit page that said the weirdest things from random places in the Pokemon universe, right?
Okay.
From, like, the Pokemon Company. So, do you remember back in the day when a game would be made, they'd give you, like, a booklet you could buy at GameStop, and it's, like, this thick?
Yeah.
It'd, like, be, like, this thick, and it'd have just pages upon pages of information that wasn't in the game.
Yeah.
And, like, it'd be, like, a playthrough and stuff like that.
Yeah, I had them.
So there was a picture of, like, one of the little side notes, and it said Mewtwo, okay? And it said the 3 coolest informations about Mewtwo, okay?
Okay.
I can't remember the first 2, but the third one was what caught me off guard. I remember the first 2. It wasn't that crazy. It was like he cloned Pokemon or something like that. You know what I mean? But the third one, I forgot. Mewtwo invented his own Mewtwo Pokeballs that had it was the ultimate Pokeball. It could capture other trainers' Pokemon. Mewtwo created a Pokeball, canon in Pokemon, that could catch another trainer's Pokemon. What if we made a TV show where somebody captured Ash's Pikachu?
Listen.
From him.
Pokemon Coliseum, you had to snag other people's Pokemon because they were shadows.
Okay.
Like shadow Pokemon.
Like, kind of like Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'd be battling, like, for example, the final boss has all 3 legendary birds, but they're all shadow. So, yeah.
Never played that game.
Coliseum was dope. Coliseum was absolutely dope. I'm going to be taking my break here in a segundo.
Okay, no problem. And then I will address Jared's thing. Jared, I will address your thing as soon as we're done with the Pokemon thing.
Josh, check my answer.
Yeah, it's about his game that he would remake.
I did see that already.
So my question to you about the Mewtwo Pokeballs. If that was a thing you could get in-game, like not in real life or anything like that, but in-game, what game would you choose to have it in?
Why does it say only 20 minutes?
Because it reset.
I didn't know it did a full reset. It didn't do it on our end.
Well, yeah, that's why see on this side, it says 50 minutes still, because I never reset my phone. So my phone stayed down during the downtime. But anyway, what game would you choose, and what trainer would you steal a Pokemon from? Oh. It's a good question, because you have to think about all types of things. Remember how I said in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you couldn't get a Larvitar or a Sneasel till the end, but you do fight a Larvitar, or a Pupitar, or a Tyranitar before the Elite Four.
Gen
or
2 stealing Steelix off a fucking rock saying fuck her. How dare you get it? How dare you get a Steelix and I can't get it without trade?
True. Can I tell you, my biggest problem with all of evolution is trading.
Trade evolution?
I'm a loner. I have no friends, you fucking Pokemon people. I get it. Japan's a small island. You guys all get to hang out together. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay? Population density high as fuck. Okay?
Here, motherfuckers spread out.
Yeah, I can throw footballs before I even reach a human. Okay? It's crazy.
The game I choose is red, and I'm stealing Giovanni's Kangaskhan. Payback is a bitch.
I love Jared's answer.
I'm gonna be wrong with you, because that dude, Giovanni's Kangaskhan, especially after you already killed Nidoking, Nidoqueen, which are two of the strongest ones in that fucking gen. Dude, by the time you get the fucking Kangaskhan, you're like, just fucking kill me. Like,
so the funny answer to me is I just fucking capture that bitch's milk tank and not have to deal with it. You know what I mean?
Fuck you, Whitney.
Fuck you, Whitney. You stupid bitch. Tank now.
How's rollout feel, bitch?
Yeah. Okay. So Pokemon Crystal, I'd take Whitney's milk tank, but that's the joke answer.
That's the real answer. Now I'm taking
Lance's Dragonite.
Yeah,
it's level 50 Dragonite because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, I know. There's one. It's just stat-wise, it's fucking outrageous.
No, because Dragonite doesn't evolve until 55.
Oh yeah, you're right.
How does he have a level 50 Dragonite?
He's such a good dragon tamer. That's how.
Yeah, he's so good. It's my dragon now. Fuck you.
How did Lance get a level 50 Dragonite?
Should we ask Grok? You would ask Grok?
Ask Grok, dude. Grok knows the answer. You'll have it prepared by the time I'm back.
All right. And then I'll talk about the cyberspace chase. How does Lance from the Pokemon series have a level 50 Dragonite when Dragonite doesn't evolve until level 55? All right. All right. I'm going to wait till you get back to tell about it. Steal any rival starter. Ooh, Neil, you're mean. That's actually such a good idea. Dude, just start with Squirtle and steal... No, wait. Start with Charmander and steal the guy's Squirtle. Fuck you, Gary. Hey, Gary. Fuck you, Gary.
Right off rip, bro.
Yeah.
Right as soon as you Squirtle out, just bonk.
Yeah. Fuck you, Gary. Give me that Squirtle, bitch. Okay? That's such a good idea. We've all had good ideas. I would also consider... Wait, hold on. I would also consider stealing Joey's Rattata. Also, you could catch at level 7 Pidgeotto. Why would you steal Joey's Rattata, asshole? Steal any rival starter. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, so now, Jer, your idea if you were a video game producer and you could be on a team remaking or making a game based on any previous game, you would choose the Scooby-Doo Cyberspace Chase game and you would make it with harder puzzles and more challenges. See, I fucks with that heavy. Wait, I love the theory that Lance has a Charizard in Gen 2 because Red gave him a Charmander egg. What theory is that? I don't know about that theory. Love to play what game again? Oh boy. Dude, it's like, dude, god damn it, dude. Why is chat not instantaneous? Yeah, that's crazy. No, but what's like, oh, Cyberspace Chase game. I would love that, dude. And I would choose Scooby-Doo every single time. Scooby-Doo would be my character. But you would have to make him the worst character. 100%. 100%. So here's the question. What games have I played? I think we can make a list really quick, actually. Games that I would consider I've played. Now, chat. Sure, I've loaded up games. I've played them for an hour or two. But I'm considering games I've played as something I've either played more than 7 times and logged multiple hours in. So here's the games. You think chat is really delayed since the stream crashed? Oh shit. Maybe refresh or something? I don't know. I believe in Joe Hendry. Fuck was I saying? If you were gonna make the Scooby-Doo game, each person would have to have their own thing, right? So Fred's ability would be trap making, right? Like you'd be able to make traps, stuff like that. You'd have to code that into the game. Velma, she finds clues way easier, right? Okay? You choose Daphne, but listen, Daphne is skin-based character only, right? So you can just, spend like the Fortnite equivalent of V-Bucks in our game on Daphne skins to make her look hot as fuck, right? Because she's literally always in trouble, damsel in distress, hot women are in distress. It's what it is. Then, Shaggy is got the Jar Jar Binks thing, okay? So, Shaggy's got the Jar Jar Binks thing going on. You think it's a clue, but then you find food. Chat's definitely delayed. No, it's desync. Happens every stream. It gets worse as the stream goes on. I'm not saying the chat helped at all. Fuck, man. Well, that's whack as hell. All right, let me do this real quick. Let me see how long it takes to show up on my phone. Oh, I'm doing gang signs. Monkey salutes. Hey! Monkey salutes. You guys know what I'm talking about. Gang signs. Damn, that is delayed as fuck. What the fuck? See how bad it was after a 24-hour stream. Okay, so I just reset. I just exited out of Twitch, reopened Twitch, and I'm literally on like a 3-second delay again. Yeah. Just reset that hoe.
Ow.
Alright. But anyway, you look like fucking Goodwill George Kittle right now, dude. I don't like it.
I like it. Whatever that means.
You look like Kid Cuck.
Wow. Alright. Here we go.
Yeah, dude. You look like you would have 3 Bud Lights and an American flag sticking out your back pants pocket.
I hate you.
And while trying to get somebody to sign a MAGA hat. It'd be fucking wild.
Let you go.
I'm done, dude.
You sure?
Yeah, good. I can't help it. You look like a Jamboree in the Hillbilly.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, dude? Yeah, dude. You love anime, but you're dressed like Cowboy Bebop or whatever the fuck it's called.
Terrible reference. You really need to start watching these shows. You really do.
Ah, no, I love not knowing shit about shit. It's awesome. Remember when I was like all into politics and I was gay?
better.
Remember when I was into politics and I was gay? That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, you should get into anime. That shit's fire. That's gay. Way less gay.
Maybe if they would make an anime about politics.
Actually, probably like fucking. You can actually probably change something in an anime more than you can change in politics, dude. So there's that.
Dressed like Kid Rock's nephew. That's what I'm saying. Kid Cuck.
Ah, dude, I hate you.
Can't get his rocks off in the corner.
This fucking dude. What am I missing here?
Dude, I'm sick. I'm sick in the head, bro. And see, I got congestion and shit.
Congestion.
Yeah, dude, it makes me aggressive.
Yeah.
It's pressing on my medulla oblongata. You seen Waterboy?
Yeah.
Vicky, show me your boobies, and I like them too. Remember?
Nope.
Vicky Valancourt was a bad bitch, boy.
Speaking of cosplays, give me that Vicky Valancourt cosplay, dude.
Swear to God.
Swear to God.
See, can I tell you something?
What's up, dude?
Can I tell you why?
This is facts, dude.
Can I tell you why I hate having an overactive brain?
Why, dude?
Because sometimes I just can't enjoy things, right?
Oh, here we go.
So, like, I love the emo aesthetic on beautiful women.
All
Okay,
right.
we can agree to that, yes.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah.
But
hell
there's something about when they dress up specifically as Wednesday Addams that conflicts in my soul, because she's supposed to be a young woman, like a teenager. So, like, Wednesday Addams is not an adult.
Yeah, but
So,
like, it's an adult dress like that.
I understand.
You know, like,
That's why I'm saying I hate that my brain works too much. Because I'd love to just appreciate hot woman dressed sexy emo. But then my brain goes, hey, Wednesday Addams is underage, you fucking pervert, you sick freak, you should kill yourself. And then I go, oh God, don't look at her. And then it's like a problem, dude. It's like fucking problem up here, dude. Because Wednesday's hot. No, I'm just kidding.
no, you know, another one that I've seen, like, people do at, like, the Comic-Cons, like, on TikTok and shit.
Okay.
Dark Magician Girl.
Okay, go ahead and talk for a second.
He said, he said, hold up, I'll be right back, chat.
Go ahead, talk, guys.
Oh, dude, I need to see this again.
I need you to talk about it.
I mean, dude, what do you mean? It's just Dark Magician Girl cosplay. It's kind of fire, dude. There's one that was like straight up armor. Yeah, it is fucking, you know, chicks in
Yeah.
armor. Something, I mean, it's something, does something, I guess.
Shit, I wish I was black, because I'd be a dark magician. You know what I'm saying? Fucking cast a spell on me, lady. It's what it is. You know I love me a black lady.
Reparations at the strip club, dog.
Hell yeah, bro. Put that pink power on me. Put the pink power on me, dude.
Pink Pony Club, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Pink Pony Club.
I'm in the Pink Pussy Club. Hell yeah.
PPA, dude.
Pink Pussy Club. I'm gonna keep on jizzing on the Pink Pussy Club. Dude. What, guy?
I feel
White
like
women are annoying.
that's why I had sunglasses on. That shit was fucking bright.
Turn it.
Nah,
What do I look like
It'll
in these?
fuck up lighting. They're actually safety glasses.
Ugh. I hear from the future.
I just like them because they shield my ass from concrete. Because it got the side shields and it kind of covers right across here. Nice for that.
Yeah. Big spark. That's what they call my dad.
Not for the same reasons.
Nope.
Not for the same reasons at all, dude.
Nope.
Not for the same reasons.
Biceps on fleek.
Biceps on fleek.
Okay. Bro.
I wish I could have biceps like your dad, dog.
Back to WrestleMania. Speaking of biceps. Rhea Ripley. Bro.
Crush me, mommy. What?
If I might be gay.
Okay.
Because
I
when
might be
when
gay?
I was a young man, if you would have put somebody like Rhea Ripley on TV in front of a young man me. Okay? I'd have been like, ew, she's too
bugging.
manly.
You bugging, dog.
Huh?
You're bugging. I always had a thing for Lita. Never had a thing for China, though.
Rhea Ripley's more China than Lita.
No. She's like,
build-wise, yes.
she's build-wise, but she's like a good mix of Lita and China.
I
You know what
understand that. Would you let me explain?
Hold on, my dad's calling.
Pops. Big pops.
Big Pop's calling.
Rhea Ripley is the definition of why boner. Like, why do you have a boner? Bro, Rhea Ripley is like, young me would have been like, yo, that's a CrossFit ass, barbarian ass, Viking ass bitch. And that, if you like her, you're probably kind of gay. And now here I am as an adult being like, yo, Liv Morgan's my shit, right? Or Natalia, well, not Natalia, what the fuck's her name? What the Naomi. Sorry, Naomi, I don't remember your name. I just remember how fat your fucking booty is, okay? Sorry, Mr. Uso, talking about your wife like that. Don't want no problems, okay? But
Sorry, Big Pippin called me, dog. I had names.
it's all good, bro. I'm just sitting here talking about WWE booty.
So, yeah, no, Lita was the shit to me.
You're living in the past, dog. I'm talking about the new bitches.
Hold up, man. I'm going through the list of the ones that I liked all throughout the years. Mickey James, hands down, bro.
Mickey James gave me my first embarrassment as a man. Here's why.
You're a bold man for staying that on the street, dog.
I don't give a fuck. I told you in this new year, there's nothing off limits. I'll say whatever, dog. I used to be scared about shit. Don't give a fuck. Okay? Here's what it is. I'm in a room with my dad, my uncle, my pap, and my uncle's friend. So all dudes. Okay? It's basically Oktoberfest out there. Sausage party. Wiener schnitzels everywhere. Okay?
Wiener me schnitzel. Heard?
Okay? And we're all in a camper. Okay? Watching WWE. And this is the episode where Mickey James kisses Trish Stratus. And doesn't just kiss her, makes out with her. And they're both in their like bikini wrestling outfits.
Okay.
And now I don't need to tell everybody, but I'm an old geezy. So this is before cell phones. This is before porn in your pocket. This is before all that. We lived out in the fucking woods.
We didn't know what pocket pussy was. Nothing back then, dog. It's crazy.
We didn't even have dial-up internet because it wasn't available in our farm. Okay?
That's actually fucking wild.
The only tits I had ever seen to this point, like real tits, not real tits, but tits on TV, were in horror movies.
Okay.
Okay? So when I see Trish Stratus in a bikini, basically, making out with Mickey James on TV,
You lost it.
I got a boner. Okay? Poop. And then commercial happened. Because that's what they do at WWE. They have something sexy happen. Then it's like, hey, have you wiped your ass with Cottonelle toilet paper? You know, fucking whatever, right? So then my dad goes, hey, go get me a fucking soda out the fridge. Boys bricked up.
Boys,
And I say, no, I don't.
there.
I say, I don't want to do that, Dad. I'd rather not do that.
Dad, no.
And he goes,
Dad, no.
He goes, go give me a fucking drink. And I say, yes, sir. And of course I stand up. I'm pitching a tent like I'm goddamn camping in the camper. You know what I mean? And everybody just goes, oh, look at him. That's embarrassing, right? Yeah. Embarrassing as fuck. I don't even remember what happened after that. I went to my room.
Woo, buddy. Buddy, I'm sorry for you, man. Jesus Christ.
Rikishi, obviously had the best booty.
Booker T's wife could have got it.
Yarmel?
Yeah. You remember the motherfucker with a hoe train, bro? I forget his name, bro.
The Funkadactyls?
No.
It is embarrassing.
What's that?
What's embarrassing?
You pitching the tent?
Oh, yeah. No, that's fucking embarrassing as hell, bro.
Dude,
Yeah, no,
I would not want to stand up in that situation 100%.
I didn't want to, bro. But what? My dad back then, like, shout out Pops. He's a good guy. Nobody turned him in. But he had a, you know what I mean? He had a heavy trigger hitting finger. You know what I'm saying? Like, backhand's coming every which way. Head on a swivel, all times. You know, you talk to my dad a little bad way on a bad day, you're fucking catching some knuckles to the face. Okay? It's what it is. So, you ever been beat with a Velcro shoe to the point where you couldn't go to school for 3 days because CYS would have got involved? I was. So it's what it is. You boner or not, you go get the soda. You go get the goddamn soda.
I would do that soda personally, bro. Personally, I'd go get the damn soda, alright? You're right.
Yeah. So it's what it is. It's either I'm getting fucking beat up with a Velcro shoe, which dude couldn't even tie his own shoes but could beat the shit out of me. That's embarrassing, right?
100%,
So,
dude.
Yeah. Dude, slap the lion, can't tie shoes. We're talking about a different human here. Talking about a different human. You can't tell him, hey, Pops, I'm sorry. It's like, Mickey James is hot as hell. Just made out with Trish. I can't get up. It's not happening. And I bet my dad had the same thing going on. Now that I think about it, I'm having a realization right now. My dad didn't want to get up in front of all those people. He go to the goddamn bridge. My dad was bricked up. Yo, Pops. He said, yo, Pops.
Hate to call you out in chat right now.
Hey, yo.
Time out, dog. That's fucked up.
Time out, Pops. You set me up. You set me up. This is a setup. I bet everybody in that room had a boner, you sick freaks. There was a child in that room. There was a child in that room. That was me. I was in there.
Yo, dude, it was gonna happen to me.
It's unbelievable.
Oh my fucking god, bro.
Fuck, man.
I'm sorry you went through that, man. They all played you.
It's got played.
They played you, bro.
For a soda.
For a
God
soda.
damn, bro.
They all got a laugh out of you and a soda.
It's fucking talk about a blood rush thing. Grab a crush. It's fucking trash, dude.
Oh, dude. You hurt my lung there. I think I collapsed. Dude, that actually got hurt a little bit.
Dude, it's a real story.
I know it's real because you've said it multiple times to me off street.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have, dude.
No.
Twice.
It's the same story, different movie.
2 other times.
Yeah, well, you remember the scene in 8 Mile when Eminem's banging out that Brittany Murphy girl?
He said, yep, got me too, dog.
Got me again, chat. It's what it is, bro. Boy, it's just boner heavy in the childhoods. Testosterone through the roof.
Heavy in the childhood, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. My man just constantly walking around like a fucking pirate ship, just boing.
Yeah, dude. Fucking full mast always. I'm trying to catch the wind. That's what it is. I'm trying to be more aerodynamic, dude.
Jesus fucking
You
Christ.
can't teach me about sails and aerodynamic in the same year and not expect me to pitch some sails.
That's fucked.
Trying to glide across the earth, bro.
You're so fucking stupid, dude.
Not me. My dick's stupid.
Not me. Dude, I feel you.
It's what
I
it
feel
is,
you, dude.
bro. My dick retarded as hell.
Tell me shit, dude. I feel you.
Dude, it's crazy, dude.
We're different levels, but I feel you.
Yeah, dude. Brain smart as hell. Dick special needs. Special needs as hell.
That shit should have a helmet.
Ah,
That was kind of fucking wild how we got there.
what?
Just thinking about it, know how we ended up where we're at.
I don't know what we're talking about.
I don't know where we started.
WrestleMania. I know where it started. I don't know.
Fuck.
I don't know what bridges we crossed to get here, but I know which ones I'm blowing up on the way back.
Jesus Christ, dude. Why are you like this?
Yeah, probably childhood trauma, genetics.
Genetics.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
brain fat as fuck. Crazy, stupid, thick.
Mine definitely got some CTE to it. I guarantee that.
Bro, your brain's smooth like a lollipop.
I wouldn't say that. I've definitely concussed the fuck out of myself, though. Definitely ruined some frontal lobe development, I guarantee you that.
Hell yeah. That's why you give frontal lobe to the ladies. Hell yeah. Frontal lobe!
No, dude, I specifically remember one time playing on the fucking monkey bars, alright?
Got a fat ass brain.
Me and these two kids were playing on the playground, alright? And I like was like 3 bars out on the monkey bars, alright? And I said,
Yeah, like a Taliban.
and I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna swing this shit out, land, and just fucking go about my business after I land, you know what I mean? Well, I swung it out, and I didn't understand angles as a child. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I didn't know if I went and, like, just had my feet, like, my feet were flat, alright?
Uh-huh.
But the problem was, my body was like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, you can't really recover from that point. I'm not like an American Ninja Warrior at 8 years old, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember waking up, like, I don't know how long after, but those kids were gone. So, I definitely concussed the fuck out of myself because I remember walking up to my uncles and, like, feeling just groggy as shit and then going to the hospital. It hurt.
Heard? Dummy thick.
Yeah, that hurt like hell, bro. Then another time, fucking, I don't know what my fucking midget league coach was thinking, dog, but it was the dumbest thing he could have ever done. I was puny all the way up until I hit probably about 8th grade. That's whenever I sprouted up to like about 5'8", you know what I mean? Up until then, I was probably rocking about like 5'2", 5'3", like even shorter than that in like fucking, like, what was it? I don't know. Oh yeah, this was 6th grade. So I was not even 5 foot, bro. I guarantee you. All right. And they lined me up. The 7th and 8th graders went to the championship, and they needed some motherfuckers to fill in. So since I was in 6th grade, I was eligible to go and play up. All right. So I go to play up. I know, dude. It's a damn shame, dude. I never could fucking get it right.
Yeah, dude, your brain's like a 6-cylinder running on 4 sillies.
5, maybe. We'll call it that.
Nah, 2 clogged.
Nah, not yet.
One
Give
clogged
it
originally.
another year. That I'm going to shut the other one down.
Born with one clogged. One got knocked out when you were.
No, I definitely blew a rod at some point. I promise you that. But it,
Gay! Gay! He blew a rod, chat! Clip it! He's gay!
but either way, I fucking lined up against this fucking dude. I'm not going to say, you know, specific race or anything like that.
And then you guys went head to head.
But we'll say he was in the 8th grade, and my man was like easily 6 foot tall and like built like you, but like at 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
I got hit so fucking hard, and I remember getting knocked off my feet and landing like 4 yards behind where I was lined up at. I don't know why they did that to me. That hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took me to the hospital after the game. That was a good concussion. I had to stay overnight for that one.
Here's something cool. I've never had an issue. I've always been a bigger guy.
Fucking got him. Fuck you, Neil.
So, I remember I didn't get owned one time during football training camp by linemen, okay? So, like, I'm talking
Dude,
about...
I'm like this fucking tall.
No, listen to me.
I got
Big-ass dudes. I'm going against big-ass dudes, taller than me, bigger than me. But, like, I didn't win every time, but I didn't get blown out or nothing, right?
I cut blocking the next time I
So-
went up against him. He deserved it.
I decide that I get into MMA heavy. I go to an MMA gym, okay? I want to take some, you can have up to 4 free lessons.
Mhm.
On the 4th free lesson, he was like, well, I'll show you what's up. He goes, you're going to train with this kid. So I get put with a 125-pound little Asian dude. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be cool. And he's like, okay, we're just going to roll around a little bit. Use everything you've been taught over the last few days or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I swear to God, I just reached in to grab this kid's shoulder. And by the time I put my hand on his shoulder, somehow his legs were right here. And I'm standing, and this guy is vertical. Like horizontal to the ground, I mean.
He onboards you so quick.
This guy is horizontal to the ground. His wrists are around my wrist. And I'm like, what? And then legs here. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, I'm going down. And,
My man put you straight on bar.
and I said, that's not cool. He goes, yeah, I'm fast. And I was like, all right, I'm ready for it. So then the coach said, go again. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to reach out this time. You're going to have to grab me, son. So you know what this little fucker did? He fucking chimpanzeed my leg, okay? So he just runs at me and then jumps and then bear hugs and then wraps his arms around my leg and then starts tipping me over, and then I'm standing there like this. I'm like, you little fucker, get the fuck, you know what I'm saying? And then he trips me because he grabbed my foot. And then next thing I know, bah! You know what I'm saying? Go down, okay?
He's single-legged, yeah.
Yeah, put me in a triangle choke, and I scream, get your nuts off my chin! Get your nuts off my chin, you Asian fuck! And then I got kicked out. It's what it is.
There's no way. There's no way you actually got kicked out of that.
No, I didn't get kicked out. But and I
Nuts off you, little Asian fuck. I couldn't picture you yelling that, though. That's the problem I have.
no, it was more just pure panic. I was like, nuts on my chin! Get out of here! Ah! So I fucking picked him up, and then they thought I was gonna slam him, and they said, stop, stop, stop! And then they separated us, and then the coach said, okay, we're going to go back to bag training. I said, yeah.
What the fuck is your damage, dude?
Yeah, I lied about the whole thing.
That's not what I was asking, but alright, that'll cover it. Thanks, chat. This has been Hurricane of Thoughts.
I lied about it all. It's what it is.
Our entire life's a lot, chat.
Yeah, dude, you think Mickey James made out with Trish Stratus? Ridiculous.
You think I go to work every day? No. I'm actually out there prostituting.
Yeah. Pimp.
Keep my pimp hand strong.
Yeah, see, what he does is he cuts out the middleman. He is his own pimp.
Yep. Right like that.
Self-sufficient pimp that leaves the hose with a limp. Because he uses clap cleats, it's what it is, okay? So whether...
Gotta use the clap cleats to beat the cheeks, dog.
Exactly.
Supreme.
Because listen, when the whore is squirting on the floor, and you don't got no foot traction no more, you need clap cleats so you can thrust those cheeks. It's what it is, dude. It's what it is. Whether you want to put a toothbrush in your ass, or you want to fucking eat a big bag of dildos, you need clap cleats.
Big bag of dildos, huh?
Like the gummy candies that they have at bachelorette parties.
Should we get this for Jennifer's bachelor party?
Stephanie Vogue, or whatever the last name is from NXT, is my new favorite.
Hold up. I'm looking her up.
That's not her.
Stephanie Vacquer. Is that how you pronounce it? If that's her, yeah. Yeah.
Little emo girl?
Yeah, little Latina emo one. Yeah. Yeah, you right. You right. You right.
You right. Pull it up!
Pull it up.
No, this is mine.
Oh.
It's Rhea Ripley.
Well, I didn't even go to that screen yet.
Let's go!
Yeah.
Bad as fuck, dog!
Yeah.
What's this? Look at this right here.
Hey, yo. He's got a point, chat. I'm not gonna lie, chat.
Look at this. Look at this. Come on.
Chat,
I would murder half of Southeast Asia for that. I'm gone. Half of Southeast Asia's gone for that right there. It's what it is.
3 nukes. 3.
Bro, I'm telling you, it'd go down as Stalin, Mao, Hitler, Josh Todd. If there was a...
No, who's the one? Fuck. Dude, me and you were talking about her, and I was like, yeah, she's fire. That's my pick.
Liv Morgan?
Yeah. Yeah. That's my pick. Liv Morgan's my pick. 100%.
Yeah, because she got the whole fucking Harley Quinn thing going on.
Yeah, dog.
But she's also short and thick.
Hella.
Oh. Bro, all I'm saying is...
All I'm saying is...
Listen,
what's up, dude?
All I'm saying is you said the word thick like that, and I can't help but think about this picture I saw the other day of Angel Reese. I want to eat that booty like Angel Reese's. It's what it is, dude. Fuck, man. I just want me a big booty black bitch to sit on my face, man.
I don't keep up with any celebrities, so let me see what you look like.
It's just... She's a WNBA player, so don't expect much.
Oh, I did not... Holy fuck. Why she look like she got Down syndrome?
She's tight booty, dumbass. It's not her face I'm talking about. I ain't said one thing about her face.
Oh, okay.
No, go find the sweatpants one.
Find the sweatpants one he said.
Yeah, find the one I saw.
My man specifically.
Yeah. Where the sweatpants at?
Hold on.
Where the sweatpants at?
That it?
Nah. Maybe it wasn't her. Maybe some other black bitch with a booty. Goddamn internet's always lying to me. The internet just knows I want to see beautiful black booties, and it just says that and then puts out famous names.
Oh, that's crazy, dude.
White booties ain't in season, dog.
White booties ain't in season. Not at all, dog.
White booties are not in season.
It is not white girl season.
It is not. WNBA does not stand for white, non-binary assholes. Okay? It stands for Women N-Words Basketball Association.
Fucking Q said cap. Q said cap, bro.
Women N-Words Basketball Association. You guys know what it is.
Hit him with a cap.
What's cap? Oh, it's because DQ loves this. Yeah.
DQ said it is white girl season.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
for
yeah.
DQ, it's always white girl season.
But you're the one bringing the black booty to the equation, so that makes sense, dog. White girls are definitely in.
Nah.
Not right now.
Not
It's
now.
not their season.
Not their season, brother. Maybe next season. To be continued.
Fall is their season.
Fall?
Fall is white girl season.
Nah, man, because then they bring around that fucking pumpkin spice shit. I can't be doing that. I hate the smell of that shit. I like pumpkins. But to have that smell around me a lot, fuck that. I love pumpkin pie. But I don't want to smell that pumpkin spice shit, bro. Fall is not white girl season.
I love how you just associate it with coffee drinks. I'm talking about how they dress. Yoga pants and tight sweaters.
Okay.
I'm in. Those sweater puppies are nice in the fall because they don't need to be covered
Sweater
up.
puppies are nice in the fall.
They are, okay? You get those peach cobblers and the yogurts, and you, and you get those sweater puppies?
Where did you come from?
Huh?
Where are you from?
Hornyville? Pervert town?
Do you, boo-boo?
What's up? I'm just a freak, dude.
It's okay.
I'm just a freak. I'm a gay freak. I'm daddy.
I'm dead.
I'm Big Daddy.
Big Daddy. Big Daddy out here, dude.
I'm Big Papa Pump. Scott Steiner, dude.
Scott Steiner, 69er.
That's what she wants.
Hell yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
I like to play a little game. Yeah, is that so?
Sorry.
Big Bird?
Big Bird.
Big Bird? Cousin of Big Bird?
Big Dirt.
All right. So what's up, guy?
What do you want me to say, dude? What do you want me to say here? You always do this to me. You always just out of random. What's up, guy? What's up, guy? I'm just gonna start doing that to you. What's up, guy?
What's up? Okay, so check it out.
Now, see,
I was watching
that's
this
not what I
documentary.
expected, dude.
Huh?
That's crazy. Why do you just jump into that?
Because it's how a show works, and if you were any good or cared at all about getting better, you would figure it the fuck out, right? Okay?
Maybe I was trying to lead into it with that, but now you fucked me up. I give up. You win.
I've always won. I'm a winner. Big winner. Now, started watching
I
documentary.
was really going to lead into something. You actually did fuck me up there, but I'm good.
What were you going to lead into?
No, I'm done now, dog.
Scat. He's trying to gaslight me. Not going to happen. He didn't have shit.
All right.
Trash.
All right.
Okay, I was watching this documentary on islands, right?
I looked more into the Microsoft thing, and guess what? They were bluffing on most of the fucking quantum theory shit. They didn't figure it out.
Okay, so go
Yeah.
on that.
Nope. I just wanted to let you know that I wasn't gaslighting you.
Okay, I mean, why are we getting upset?
'Cause you're a dickhead.
You can't throw it on me, and then I succeed, and then be mad that I didn't
I was
fall.
mad that you didn't succeed. I wasn't mad at your success. What I was mad at was like you called me out on me not being able to do it, but I was going to lead into it, but you had your little outburst. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it.
That's not how it went down. How it went down is I said, "What's up, guy?" And then you go, "You always do this. How would you like it if I do it to you?" And then you did it to me, and then I did it, and I was gonna go into something, and then you were like, "Oh, I had something." Well, you should have just went into it.
Well, I mean, you didn't have to start. I guess start it with, "This guy fucking needs. You're never going to improve." Da da da. Like you didn't hear that part, did you?
That was after you already threw it on me.
No, that was before.
Okay, cool. We'll just fight about it. What's up?
The only thing they had right was the alloy. That's it. They don't have anything with the fucking the quantum computing thing figured out. That's it.
So what did they claim that they had that they don't have?
The
Like
coding and all
the
that.
algorithm?
Algorithm coding, all that. The actual figuring out of the physics of it.
So then what were the results? How did they fake results? Because nobody understands it?
They basically bluffed. They didn't have results.
Okay, so it's like the Eileen Wuornos chick that like claimed that she had the technology to read biomarkers, and then it turns out she didn't.
Something like that.
Are we going to be able to come back from this or not?
Yeah.
Go ahead, hit pause screen, dude.
It's a storm, it's a gale, spinning tails like hurricanes. Through the laughter and the hail, humor makes the heavy rains. Casino money lost in the whirlwind of thought. Tarzan's in the jungle clapping cheeks uncaught. Jesus had low key, but we turn it up high. On allegedly lane, we let the limits fly. And the wind and the wet, hurricane of talking shit, bringing life through every skit. In the eye will always fit. We're laughing in the storm, dancing in the rain. Life's a punchline or maybe a hurricane. Every chat, every comment fuels our spree. This live wild ride is where we'll always be. We're the wind and the wit, hurricane of talking shit, bringing light through every skit. In the eye will always fit. We're laughing in the storm, dancing in the rain. Life's a punchline or maybe a hurricane. Every chat, every comment fuels our spree. This live wild ride is where we'll always be.
All right, chat, we're back. Sam left. He's pretty upset with me. I get it. I'm a piece of shit. And I'll full transparency, on his way out the door, he said some things that were absolutely true. He said, bro, I'm so sick of showing up every Tuesday. I walk in the room, you're in a bad mood, your fucking toes smell like fucking mushrooms that are fucking expired for 10 years. It's unreal. Your house, you live in a fucking pig pen, you worthless piece of shit. And then he slammed my door. I thought it was over, right? So I was like, okay, well, fuck him. And then he opened the door and he goes, I bet you're thinking, fuck me, right? But I know you. I know you better than you know yourself, you fat piece of shit. I bet you're going to end the podcast. You're going to order food. You're going to stuff your fat fucking face, which I was going to do that, chat. Really was. I am a fat piece of shit. Okay? And then he goes, oh, you're probably going to order Domino's because it's the only app I have on my phone for food, chat. It's what it is. And I don't even know how to play Domino's. Isn't that fucked up? Now, he didn't say that part. He should have, because I don't know how to play Domino's. It's what it is. So then he tells me, he goes, you look like the fucking Mucinex Man if the Mucinex Man wasn't animated. Oh, or should I say animation? Or should I say animator? Or whatever the fuck, you don't even like anime, you fucking loser. And then I started to tear up a little bit, but then I remembered, he's right. So what does all this mean? What it all means is I don't tell the truth about anything, chat. None of that happened. I'm not white. I'm not straight. I'm also not gay. So who knows? We live in a world of mystery. And the mystery of whether me and Sam are actually fighting or whether this is all clickbait. That's up to you guys. I don't care. We're trying to go viral here. And I'm not talking about COVID. I'm definitely not talking about Anthony Fauci or how the fact that this motherfucker got an immunity and then the government comes out and admits that COVID-19 came from the lab. So they're going to finally admit after all these years, after when I got my YouTube account, not my YouTube, apologies, my Facebook account got literally shadow banned. I was averaging 4,000 views a reel. I made one reel about how COVID probably came from a lab. Now I can't get more than 300 views. And then it just comes out that, the U.S. is 100% sure that it came out of the Viral Wuhan Institute of Virology. Or whatever the fuck it's called. The Coronavirus Institute of Virology in Wuhan, or whatever the fuck. I think they had a quickie. You think me and Sam had a quickie? Well, the sexual tension was in the air. I've been saying I'm daddy all episode. He ain't used to that. What do you expect the guy to do? He's smoking a cigarette right now. You know how in all the movies when a dude would fucking bust all over the lady or whatever, he'd fucking roll over and start sparking his cigarette, and they'd just be like, it's good for you, right? I knew it. That's what he's doing right now. He's right out there. Sam, scream. Yeah, I'm Big Daddy, big cheeks. Hey, whoa, guy, you chill the fuck out, dude. What it is. So, let's talk about one last thing. Got one last thing to talk about, chat. A French village. Wait, did I talk about this already? I think I talked about this last week. I think I talked about this last week. All right, somebody give me something to talk about. I believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry's so prestigious. Wave your hands back and forth, or whatever the fuck he says, right, chat? He's limp on the floor off camera from the intensity of said quickie. Big facts, chat. Big facts. It's what it is.
Sorry, I had to read.
Hey, dude.
Real quick, dude.
Hey.
What's up, dude?
Favorite wrestler of all time. That's a good one.
Favorite wrestler of all time? Dude, see, that's actually
You
tough,
get
dude.
one. See, normally we do the Mount Rushmore, which is way easier.
Dude, so, yeah, I know. So here's my, two that I'm, stuck between right now, because it was instantaneously narrowed down to these two.
Okay.
Undertaker and Mick Foley.
Okay. Is it because of that one match?
No, it's not because of that one
But
match.
that definitely adds to it.
It adds to it for both. Because, it takes balls to throw a man off that cage and be like, he's going to be fine, hopefully.
Right.
And it also takes balls to be thrown off that fucking cage and say, I'm going to be good, and not be good and continue the match and then get thrown through the cage, all right? Which wasn't intentional at all, by the way. You know what I mean? That was, completely accidental. But either way, fucking just the stunts that Mick Foley did in general was fucking dope. And then Undertaker had some of the most memorable matches. And then now, like, kind of looking back at both of them in interviews and stuff and how they talk about it, they seem like they actually, like, truly enjoyed their career and shit like that, man.
Right.
So, like, if you would ask a young me, it would have been, like, either, Matt or Jeff Hardy. But, like, now the adult me, like, is now seeing how these, like, wrestlers have, like, gone on.
Female Trish Stratus and male is Stone Cold Steve Austin. See, my young instincts wants to stay either Stone Cold or The Rock. Okay, so like young, like nostalgia.
I feel you there, bro. But not. But I'm gonna have to pick between the two, bro. I'm gonna have to say Undertaker because the career is a little bit more memorable because of some of the moments and shit. The only thing that I will call bullshit on is they should have never let his career, career been fucking marked by
WrestleMania.
At WrestleMania.
Yeah,
especially to Brock Lesnar, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, Kane.
No, I think it should have just not been touched.
But I'm saying if anybody should have actually beat him, Kane. Just because of the brother thing.
No, I understand.
You could have played that out like a better storyline than Brock versus fucking Undertaker and he beats him. It's bullshit.
I get what you're saying, but I just think it would have been better not to let him lose.
Female, I haven't watched recently, but Lita was a badass bitch. Like, okay, talent.
You need to listen. I'm gonna give you my Peacock. You need to go watch this women's triple threat from WrestleMania.
Okay.
Okay, it's Bianca Belair, she's a super athlete, dude. Okay? She's literally a former bodybuilder. She's like 150 pounds. She can squat Brock Lesnar like it's nobody's business, right?
Yeah.
It's insane. Okay? Rhea Ripley, we already know what she's built like. She freak, right? And then Io Sky, this Japanese flip artist who does the craziest Sky stuff you've ever seen from the women's division.
Yeah.
It was the best females match I've ever seen in my entire life. And she really is. She's really fire too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
But like, bro, it's insane, bro. Bianca Belair with her fucking, and like, it's crazy because she has this long hair that goes down to her fucking calves, and like, she still like jumps around and does stuff. She never steps on her hair. It's like fucking like I watched in the WrestleMania match. There was a point where she did like a run, did like a flip off the ropes and then flipped back. And as she went to flip into the ropes, she grabbed her ponytail so it wouldn't interrupt her flip. Like, that's how much she practices. She knows what to do with her fucking long ass ponytail.
Fucking insane.
Yeah, it's like second nature. These girls put in the work like the men do now.
That's insane.
Like, I promise you, Sam, I know you think Lita's a badass. Take Lita's best match ever, put it up against any match that the women have put on in the last 2 years.
That's what I'm saying.
It's better.
That's what I'm saying, though, bro. Like, during like our time growing up, she was probably one of the more athletic women.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But they weren't treated with enough respect.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
Sure. 100%, that's the craziest.
Yeah. The fact that Vince McMahon was like hyping up women, like, you want to see baby Justin Bieber with dick? What the fuck, dude? Hey, yo, Vince, chill out, guy.
Chill, Vincey boy.
Like, I've never been a huge Vince McMahon fan as a human, but as a boss, he puts on a good product. He puts on a good product.
He puts on a good show as a showman.
I feel like that was true when we were young. Triple H this WrestleMania has showed me that Triple H is so much better at it than Vince McMahon, and it's probably because Vince McMahon was too busy trying to put on shit on my chest orgies in the background while Triple H is trying to actually put on a good show. Like, Triple H is actually like, I'm going to focus on the content, and Vince McMahon was like, I'm going to focus on the shit on my chest content.
Dude, listen, I'm telling you right now, the fact that my man turned John Cena heel was the moment that said, yeah, Triple H is going to make this fucking lit, dude. To me, I was like, yeah, no, this is going to be a whole different fucking WWE.
One of the reasons why I don't watch WWE much is, like, this is what happens. This happens to me every year for the last 5 years this has happened. Okay. I don't watch for 9 months. I end up watching a couple pay-per-views before WrestleMania, and then I watch WrestleMania. But then afterwards, I get bummed out because I can predict everything that's going to happen. I can almost... Up until recently, I could predict who's going to win based on who did well last week or how the thing's going or how they're trying to set things up, right?
Yeah.
So then Triple H in an interview recently goes, I know that this is our one chance. This year with the Netflix deal and the WrestleMania and everything like that. This is our one chance to win everybody back that's left and gain new people. So I promise you, if you think you understand how the show's going to go, if you think you can predict who the winner's going to be every week, just know you're going to be in for a big shock. And 3 times during WrestleMania, I was fully convinced in my heart. I knew how it was going to end. And then audibly, multiple times, I said, no fucking way. That's awesome.
Yeah, no,
That's awesome.
There's few moments that happened like that as a kid. It was more or less just like the shock value whenever it did happen, you know what I mean?
So, like, you're not going to watch this WrestleMania that just happened, right?
Maybe, we'll see.
Well, I'm going to tell you a story if you're not going to watch it, because it'll be a spoiler.
Yeah, don't tell me. I might watch it.
Okay.
Because you're hyping it up. I might have to watch it.
I'll give you my Peacock information. I already gave it to Jared.
Peacock already.
Okay.
I got all that.
So, the Saturday and the Sunday one.
Okay.
It's 2 different ones.
Okay. But no, dude, I'm actually kind of hyped for that overall, man. Like, I would like to see what direction it goes. It's kind of like a modern day Attitude Era is what I'm going to picture for Triple H. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to be like as crazy and shit, but it's definitely going to have some memorable, fucking awesome, like edgy moments. You know what I mean?
See, like, this is where like I have like a weird thing, right? So it's like part of me is like with the females, right?
Yeah.
So my young version of me still has that like nostalgia of like their eye candy. They wrestle here and there, but like it's more for storylines and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But then these girls are putting on world-class shows like the men, right?
Yeah.
So, but part of me is like, I wish they'd be a little bit sexier about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not their job to be sexy. Their job is to put on a show like the men. So, like, I'm struggling in my own head of like, why do you want them to be sexy? They're doing the same job. But then it hit me. Like, they ain't been thinking The Rock and his Speedo's been sexy this whole time.
Exactly.
Women been thinking The Rock and all these dudes in their Speedos sexy the whole fucking time.
But they play on both sides of it.
Yeah.
But either way, you can't redo the Attitude Era for real. I do agree with you to a point with that.
Not the way it was.
Not the way it was. Like, you can't, because it was a way different time. But you can have, like, what I'm saying by that is you're going to have those edgy moments.
Reduce the restrictions.
Yeah. You might see actually even like some like old factions like DX come back or something like that. You know what I mean?
Well, a big thing that like it didn't even register in my brain until they started bringing it back. A lot of the Attitude Era, sure, there was the mud wrestling matches and like all that crazy shit.
Yeah,
I mean?
Oh yeah.
But a lot of the Attitude Era was just them being able to say wild shit and cuss.
Yeah.
Okay? So now on Netflix there's no rules.
Yeah.
So they're allowed to cuss. So Seth Rollins will fucking be in the middle of the match and he'll flick you off to your face and go, fuck you. And you hear it. And that makes you feel. Like, it's almost like, it makes it feel more real. Like, when they weren't cussing and stuff like that, like, it was just, it almost felt more like a show. You know what I'm saying? It almost felt scripted.
Yes, exactly.
But now that they can actually, like, show that emotion of, like, anger, like, fuck you, and then kick him in the face. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it just feels more real again. So it's not the Attitude Era per se, but it's definitely more real.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And that's something Triple H... Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That's another thing Triple H said in the interview where he was like, I'm actually playing on real storylines. So if 2 people in the locker room don't like each other at a certain moment, guess who's fighting? The 2 people who don't like each other.
Yeah.
Because Triple H is working off of a merit thing. He's like, if I send you out there and you're going to lose a match, but I can tell that you walk out different because you know you're losing. Like, if you walk out different when you're losing and you walk out different when you're winning, then I'm going to keep making you lose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna treat every match the same.
Do your job, dude.
Yeah,
basically. He's treated as a fucking job, essentially. You're a paid professional act as such. And I dig that. That's dope. Dude, and that's what they had in the Attitude Era. You had dudes that even if they were doing shitty, like, every now and then you might have somebody that would, like, fucking act a fool because they were, like, fucking getting, like, close to end on their contract or some shit like that. You know what I mean? But, like, for the most part, everybody during the Attitude Era tried. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was, like, the acting was so good you didn't know it was acting for the most part, as children, especially. You know what I mean?
So one of the things that Triple H was talking about in this interview with Andrew Schultz is he was like, he was talking about the Montreal Screwjob.
Yeah.
So like the thing with Shawn Michaels and Bret
Yeah,
Hart. and everything.
yeah.
So Triple H was a part of all that.
Oh yeah.
In that he was like explaining to Andrew what his punishment was, because everybody else left. You know what I mean? Everybody else left. That like was on Triple H's side. So like Kevin Nash and all those guys went to ECW.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay? So Triple H was the only one who stayed, and he got punished. So literally he said for like 2 years he had to lose so many matches and eat shit, and he was the brunt of all the jokes on TV and everything like that. But he goes, Vince told me, he goes, this is only temporary. If you go through this and you take your lumps and you just put on a show whenever you're given the opportunity, like even in a loss, there's moments in every match where you can look good.
Oh,
and make,
hell yeah,
and make
yeah.
a moment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that's what Triple H did. Even if he was going to lose a match, he was like, I'm going to have my moment in this match that people remember. Because people are going to want to see me wrestle again.
Yeah.
And that's the type of attitude he's bringing to this new roster.
And that's what it should be. Like,
Right.
100%. Dude, and that's my thing that goes back to like different sports. Like, for example, football. They're paid professionals, bro. Let them be paid professionals and play the fucking game. Now, I get you got to have rules for certain safety and shit like that. You don't want them bringing in weapons and fucking beating the shit out of each other.
Right.
But like, dude, a quarterback's going to take a mean hit every now and then. A punter might get like a bit of a hit after they kick the ball off because people, shit happens. Like, you shouldn't just fucking be penalizing shit like that. You know what I mean? And fucking fining people and shit. You know what I mean?
I think it should be like, when it comes to like those type of penalties, especially the ones on the quarterback, right? Like, I don't agree with the whole, if my hand touches your helmet, even if it's a slight graze like this, like say your arm's the helmet, and my hand grazes your head like that.
Yeah.
If the referee sees my hand make contact with your helmet, it's a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, that's
like
bullshit.
I'm swim moving the fucking defensive lineman I'm swim moving the offensive lineman who's so trash, by the way. He's in the quarterback's face. So as I'm swim moving, my hand hits the dude's helmet, and somehow that's my fault.
That's a penalty.
That's my fault.
That hurt him. You know what I mean?
Fucking
That
insane.
fucked everything up just like a little swipe.
What should be a penalty is what James Harrison did to Colt McCoy. That should be a penalty.
Wait, what the fuck did James Harrison?
I'll pull it up.
I'll pull it up.
I'll pull it up.
James Harrison, Colt McCoy. I think I know what you're talking about, but oh my god. All right, I'll pull it on screen. Let's hit it. Oh fuck! Yeah, you got dusted, my boy.
Helmet to helmet, just straight fucking torched
Dusted,
him,
bro.
right?
Holy
That's a penalty.
shit. That's I can agree. Penalty.
Me swim moving and touching you like that on accident.
No
Not
penalty.
a penalty.
cuz
Okay.
I got pads for a reason. Holy shit, nice cat.
Right.
But anyways, dude, okay, but it cuts down on you, like, not, like, restricting a player on how they play and stuff like that, cuts down on players like Sidney Crosby, for example.
Right.
He truly enjoys the game of hockey, and you see that whenever he plays. Yes, he has his off days, but whenever he's in his zone, he is truly in his fucking zone and pulls off some amazing shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, having those restrictions can cut down on that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Because it's like, motherfuckers are gonna be like, well, I can't do that inventive because then they'll penalize me for this or something. You know what I mean? Don't have too much fun type shit. Like, it's like what happens with you at any job. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as they start like fucking saying like, oh, you can't like say you laugh or something, that's whenever they say like, we've been in that situation. If me and you were laughing or something, somebody like a manager or something made like a fucking smart ass comment. You know? Fucking, it's like, dude, really? Like, then you feel some type of way, and then you don't perform as well on your job, type shit. You know?
Yeah, because you get to fuck them.
Yeah, you're like,
The
fuck
fuck am I
these
doing?
guys. I can't enjoy myself. I'm not gonna enjoy my job.
It be what it be when it be it.
All right, Jared. You can send that if you want, dog. Is he
Do
able
I
to
need to
send
do it, or are you gonna be able to do it?
it? Why can't Jared do it?
The bolt in my head. Bullet in my head. That's kind of suicidal, huh?
I like it.
You like suicide, right? Big suicide.
Big suicide. My shit's being broken. My B.
Bro, isn't it crazy that like nowadays if you commit suicide, they're like, you're being selfish. Like, you can't even kill yourself in peace. Like, you can't live in peace. You can't kill yourself in peace. It's just fucking trash, dude. You gotta kill yourself. You're like, you're being selfish. What about all the people you left behind? They wasn't making it cool when I was here.
You're fucking nuts for that, dude.
Yep, hurt. All I'm saying is, like, is death that bad? I don't know. I haven't been there. So I'm not going to judge people that have.
I don't know, bro.
If you want to take a quick ride to the fucking, magic school bus land of Highway to Hell, you know what I mean? It's what it is. It's on you.
Fucking dumb.
Make sure, chat, you're supposed to go up and down, not side to side. Side to side's for pussies. If you want to get business done,
Attention, business.
yes. So be about that business.